Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn one more poem. The title of the poem is "O Captain, My Captain." This poem is written by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was born in 1819 and he was dead in 1892. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist and journalist. Walt Whitman was an American poet. He was from America. He was an essayist. Means he used to write essays, and journalist. He used to write articles or news for newspapers also. He was the most influential poet in the American canon. He was the most influential poet. Influential means impressive. In the American canon, in America, often called the father of free verse. He was called the father of free verse. Father means who invented the form of poetry called free verse. Free verse means it is a form of poetry, and in this form of poetry they don't follow the rules of poetry. There is no rhyme scheme and there are no figures of speech, and they don't follow the traditional rules of writing poetry. So he is called the father of free verse. He had invented this method of writing poetry. He breaks the boundaries of poetic form. Before this, there were boundaries, there were some limitations for writing poetry. Poets had to follow some rules and regulations for writing poetry. But Walt Whitman had broken all the rules of writing poetry, and he had created his own style, his own form of writing poetry. He also used unusual images and symbols in his poetry. One more feature of his poetry is that there are images in his poetry. Images means when we read the poem at that time, pictures stand in front of our eyes, and symbols in his poetry, and he has used a symbolism. He has used some symbols in his poetry. The poem is an elegy to the speaker, recently deceased captain. The poem is an elegy. Elegy means sad song. To the speaker's recently deceased. Deceased means dead captain. This poem is an elegy. This is a sorrowful song. It is a sad song on the death of captain. While the nation is celebrating the victory of the battle, the speaker is mourning the loss of its great leader. While the nation is celebrating the victory of the battle. In America, civil war took place, and in that civil war, America had won it. That's why people were celebrating the victory. But poet was mourning. Poet was expressing sorrow, pain, agony for the death of captain. The speaker is mourning the loss of its great leader. Who was this great leader? This great leader was Abraham Lincoln, the late president of America. In 1865, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. He was killed. He was assassinated. He was assassinated by an actor named John Booth. Why did he assassinate Abraham Lincoln? It is said that one day Abraham Lincoln had delivered a speech in White House, and he had announced that he is going to give the right of vote to black people, to African people, and that's why John Booth had got annoyed, got angry, and he had decided to kill Abraham Lincoln. And one day, Abraham Lincoln had gone to theater to watch show, and while watching show, he was shot dead by John Booth. And this poem is written about the death of Abraham Lincoln. The poem has a direct reference to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln after the American Civil War was won. American Civil War was won, which was fought under the leadership of Abraham Lincoln, but Abraham Lincoln was shot dead after it, and that is the tragedy. That is the elegy. Now we are going to start our poem. Oh Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. Here Walt Whitman is addressing to Abraham Lincoln. He is speaking to Abraham Lincoln and he says, oh Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. Our fearful trip. What was the fearful trip? The fight, the battle was the fearful trip. But now they had won the battle. They had won the fight. The ship has weathered every rack. And poet says that ship has weathered every rack. Weathered every rack is a phrase. It means overcome every difficulty. They had overcome every difficulty. They had faced every difficulty and they had got success in it. The prize we sought is won. And what was the prize of their struggle? What was the prize of their battle? They own it. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people are exulting. The port is near, and poet says that they were doing sea voyage. He has used a symbolism. They were traveling in the sea, and he says that now the port, the beach is very close. The bells I hear, and poet says that I am listening bells in the temple. They are ringing bells in the temple. The people all exulting. There are people and they are rejoicing. They are celebrating the victory. All the people were happy. They were joyful because they had won the battle. They had won the fight. While follow eyes the steady kill, the vessel grim and daring. While follow eyes the steady kill. Kill means base of boat. The vessel grim. But here the ship, there was grim. Grim means serious. The atmosphere was serious there and daring. But poet says that the captain had dare. He was brave. He was courageous. Captain was brave. Captain was courageous. But oh heart, heart, heart. Everything was in their favor. But heart means captain. Oh heart, heart, heart. My dear captain, you are no more. We have won the battle, but you are not here to see the victory of our battle. Oh, the bleeding drop of red. Captain was falling there. Captain was lying there, and his body was bleeding. Blood was oozing out from his body. Where on the deck my captain lies. Captain was on the deck. Deck means second floor of the ship. Captain was lying on the second floor of the ship. Fallen cold and dead. Captain was fallen cold. Cold means no movement and dead. His body was not moving. There was no movement of any part of his body. He was fallen there. He was dead. He was no more. He was passed away. Now second stanza. O captain, my captain, rise up and hear the bells. And once again, poet request, poet appeal to captain. O captain, dear captain, rise up. Rise up means get up and hear the bells. Dear captain, listen. The bells are ringing there. They are ringing because people have gone in the temples and they are happy. They are praying to God for victory. They are ringing bells in the temple. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, and people are flying flag. People are flying flag of America, and they are flying it for you. For you the bugle trills. Bugle, they are playing bugles. They are ringing bugles for your. They want to welcome you. That's why they are playing bugles. For you bouquets and ribboned wreaths. For you the shores. Now people have come on the shore and they have brought many bouquets for you and ribboned garlands for you. They wanted to welcome you. A crowding, the shores crowding. There are many people gathered on the shore. They wanted to welcome you. For you they call the swaying mass. Their eager faces turning. They are calling you. They are calling you. The swaying mass. They are going here and there. Mass means people. The people have gathered in large number. And they are saying, long live Captain, long live Abraham Lincoln. But they don't know that you are no more. Their eager faces turning. But now their faces are eager. They are curious to see you, to welcome you. But now their faces are turning because I think they also know something about your death. Here, Captain, dear father. Captain, you are the father of nation. You are the leader of nation. This arm beneath your head, and I have put my hand under your head. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen here. My hand is below your head, but I think it is not reality. It is a dream. It is a bad dream. It is some dream that on the deck you have fallen cold and dead. You have fallen cold and dead. Your body is not moving. There are no movement of the body parts of you, and you are dead. You are no more. Now last stanza. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. Poet says, I am appealing to my captain. I am speaking to my captain, but my captain is not answering me. His lips are pale and still. There is no shining on his lips. His lips are still. His lips are not making movements. He was dead, that's why his lips were pale. There was no shining on his lips. There was no glow on his lips. And they were still, they were not moving. He was not speaking. My father does not feel my arm. I have kept my hand under his head, below his head, but he is not feeling it. He has no pulse nor will. Now his pulse is not throbbing. His heart is not beating. And he has no will. He has no desire because he is dead. He has passed away. The ship is anchored safe and sound. Now the ship comes on the shore. It comes there safe, it is secure, it is sound, it is well. Its voyage closed and done. Now its voyage has closed. Here voyage means the journey of life. We take birth, and from the time of our birth, our journey of life starts, and it ends at the time of death. Now the journey of life of Abraham Lincoln was closed. Now he was no more. From fearful trip, the victorship. From fearful trip, the journey of life is fearful. There are many tensions and worries in our life, but after death, there is no tension, there is no worry, there is no stress. The journey was over. From fearful trip, the victorship, and they had won the war also, comes in with object one, and the ship had come there with all the things they had won in the battle. Exult, O shores, and on the shore there was a crowd, and they were celebrating the victory. And ring, O bells, and bells were ringing in the temple. But I, with mournful tread, but I, poet says, I am walking here unhappily, sorrowfully. Walk the deck, my captain lies. I am walking on the deck, and my captain has fallen here. He is no more. Fallen cold and dead. My captain has fallen cold and dead. He is no more. And that's why I am crying here. I am weeping for the sake of my captain. Dear students, here ends our poem. If you like this video, then like it, share it, and once again I request you, please subscribe my channel. It is very useful for you. It is very beneficial for you. I will teach you your syllabus, and I will teach you how to achieve success in life. So please subscribe my channel. Goodbye. Thank you.